If they don't love you, they don't matter. 0 minus 0 is still 0. Shoot your shot. Most of the time, the worst thing that can happen really isn't that bad, and you'll never gain anything if you don't take some chances. As Wayne Gretzky is famous for having said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Quote number 2 is, never have I ever regretted an act of generosity. And that one comes from Dave Ramsey, and I think it's just something that he said just kind of randomly in one of his podcasts. And it kind of stuck with me because I like to think of myself as a generous person. I pay people well, always tip well. I have found that when you show a little extra appreciation, they tend to go the extra mile for you. One of the things that I've always found is that reciprocity is human nature. And so when you put positive things out into the world, they really can't not come back to you. This is one that I've kind of carried around with me for over 30 years. It's from the movie Natural Born Killers. The main protagonist named Mickey Knox. A moment of realization is worth 1,000 prayers. I've always loved that quote because a moment of realization, the understanding that everything is within your control. You just have to do the best you can and let the chips fall where they may. Focus on what you can control. What you can control is your own effort and how you react to things. Not everything's gonna go well in your life. Not everything's gonna go well in business. Things are gonna go sideways. Shit happens. Okay, but how you react when shit does happen, your attitude, your approach, your stoicism, all those things dictate whether or not you're gonna be successful. Because there's nothing you can't overcome. It's just a matter of perseverance. A moment of realization being worth 1,000 prayers. It's kind of saying you can wish to the tooth fairy all you want. Truth of the matter is, your destiny's in your own hands. You can't build a business trading time for money. I found myself in this cycle where I was either selling work or I was doing the work that I sold. It was either one or the other. And I did that for about 2.5 years, what I've come to call the freelancer's cycle of hell. And so what I realized after a while, I had to start replacing myself. I started recruiting team members that were better at what they do than I am at what they do. Not only did that free me up to do more important things, it also allowed me to expand the menu of digital marketing services that MoxieMen offers. So once I had reliable team members in place, our work got better because it wasn't me doing everything. If they don't love you, they don't matter. And it doesn't matter who that person is. You know, if they don't completely love and support you in everything that you're doing, if they're negative, if they are trying to bring you down, they've got to be purged. And that might sound harsh. Those people are only going to hold you back from what you're trying to accomplish. See a lot of people not achieve everything that they could because they were too busy listening to people that they really shouldn't have had in their circles. As you level up, your friend group is going to level up accordingly. It has to, because if it doesn't, you're never going to advance. So unfortunately, your peer group's going to have to change. Ultimately, you got to make some tough choices. The first time you do it, it's tough. But when you realize that you're better off as a result of it, it makes things easier going forward. This is something I've kind of believed for a while, especially as I've aged and seeing more and more people around me pass away. You're young till you die. Morgan Freeman took a quote from Clint Eastwood. He said, "Don't let the old man in." He said that Clint Eastwood taught him that. Clint Eastwood being in his mid-90s and still doing his thing. Morgan Freeman, I think, is 88 at the time of this recording. I think Morgan Freeman is still very sharp and doing great work, and I'm super happy that he's around and doing amazing things at his age. And so when you think of those guys, do you think of them as old? No, they're still doing their thing. They're older than they were. There are certain things they can't do for sure that they could in their younger days, but they're not old. They're still getting the job done. And so I've seen a lot of people, they get to a point where, yeah, they're alive and they're breathing, but they're really just existing. And they are, for lack of a better expression, old. And they're just kind of counting down the days until they don't exist anymore. As you age and as you see people around you kind of come to terms with their own mortality, it forces you to address your own mortality. And I'm a very firm believer that you got to keep moving forward no matter what, because as soon as you let that old man in, it's over for you. That person that's just sitting, waiting for nature to take its course, are they really alive? So that's what I got for you on this one. Appreciate you watching all the way through. If you like this kind of stuff, hey, drop me a comment and be sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. See you on the next one.